what a start to the division series. Brewers with a 6-1 lead. They chased Matthew Boyd. Michael Soroka is in. Came over from the Washington Nationals as he faces William Contreras here, but injured right off the hop in his Cubs debut. Didn't come back until mid-September, but they're going to need some innings out of him today.
Starting pitcher when he started his career with the Atlanta Braves was more of a sinker sweeper kind of pitcher in those days. Now those more four-seamers.
Contreras with a base hit to left.
Fastball middle of the plate. Contreras took care of it. Another hard hit ball off the bat of these Milwaukee hitters.
I'll bring up Yelich.
Yelich really is the glue for this team. He's not that old, but he seems like the senior citizen for this young ball club. He's the man they go to when they have questions.
The face of the franchise, no doubt. He was asked yesterday about the Brewers' playoff losses because he's been here for virtually all of them. Didn't play in the wild card round last year with a back injury. And he said there's no real common thread. Every year is a different team. Every year had its different challenges. But recognize that they need to get the monkey off their back here. This is a team that's won 3 straight division titles, 4 out of the last 5.
They have an amazing culture in Milwaukee, but you're right. They need that. They need to go deep into October to make those 97 wins stand up.
Franchise record. 3 balls and a strike to Yelich. And he grounds one into right for a second hit in this second inning. Outs have been hard to come by for the Cubs. 2 on, nobody out.
Holding Contreras on at first base opened up that hole between Bush and Nico Horner. And Yelich takes advantage of it.
Andrew Vaughn here. Chicago Cubs have 2 comebacks of 5+ runs this season. They have not come back from down 6 or more. Vaughn makes it 3 straight hits. Brewers go station to station. They load the bases and have a chance to blow this thing wide open.
0-2 pitch here from Soroka, caught too much of the plate. Vaughn caught it a little off the end of the bat, but it had enough on it to drop into left field and find some grass. Bases loaded here now for the Brewers in inning 2.
And Sal Frelick, who his former manager Craig Counsell once called the hit collector. Another one here, can score 2 more. As his bat goes flying on strike 1.
Frelick is the only guy that has been uber aggressive. A check swing in his first at bat on the first pitch, and now a lost bat in his second at bat. Former football player. He's got the temperature up here early in the game.
The highest contact rates in the majors. Pat Murphy knows a thing or two about football. That's where he got his start coaching before he was coaching in baseball. Couldn't ask for a better start if you're a Brewers fan. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom two. Frelick behind 0-2. Aaron Savali, former starter, a former Brewer, warming in the pen for Chicago.
In fact, the Brewers traded Savali to get Andrew Vaughn, and now Savali here with the Cubs. A long road for him this summer.
And from the south side to the north side at the end of August. 1-2. And the slider misses low and in.
Well, Carson Kelly's been on point a couple times now. He's had to keep that ball in front of him.
Two pitch. Frelick serves it to left. Happ comes in. It stays up for him. And Contreras will bluff from third. But everybody stays put. And a huge first out.
Well, you see the runner Contreras on third. Doesn't run great. So once Happ was coming in, his momentum was on the way forward. He knew there was no chance for him to go. Nice play by Shaw to keep that ball in front of him.
I'll bring up Caleb Durbin, who struck out his first time. Soroka up to 28 pitches. Off the hands, little flare. Horner unable to get there. Two more will score. Caleb Durbin drives in a pair.
.164 infield hits. Jam shots that end up dropping in. When they swing, they made contact, and they're finding holes here on this Saturday afternoon. Scott Counsell scratching his head.
You mentioned it right away, Ronnie. The Brewers had an aggressive approach from the get-go. That's their third hit on the first pitch of an at-bat this afternoon.
Yeah, we talked about how patient they can be, but they will swing at strikes. So if they view that the pitcher is going to be uber aggressive on that first pitch, they will fire, and it's been successful so far. Average Joes indeed.
All of this without a home run. That's been the magic brew for this team all season. The irony, the only homer in the game belongs to Chicago. Blake Perkins here. RBI single his first time. Just 54 games this season. After that early injury, he bats from the left side here against the righty Soroka.
You know, we've talked a lot about the Brewers having that time off, and it doesn't work against teams. Maybe the Cubs didn't have enough time off. Quick turnaround for them from the wild card series.
Well, we saw early when this format was adopted that teams from the wild card plowed their way then through the division series. Right. And it led to a lot of questioning. Is this the right thing to do? And this Brewers team, Pat Murphy has said it over and over in the week leading up to this game. They needed the rest, especially their bullpen.
McGill, who had just come back on the last day of the season, who was their closer, early in the year. He got a chance to throw on the side before they started this series. Contreras, who had a hurt hand, chance for him to heal.
Ground ball from Perkins. Bush will win the foot race to the bag for the second out as both runners move up. What a start to this division series. 6 in the first, 2 in the second. For a Milwaukee team that, although they did not slug, they still had the second most runs in baseball during the regular season. Infield backs up with 2 outs. And Joey Ortiz takes ball 1. Two and 0. Of course, the Cubs are without a couple of starters. Justin Steele, season-ending injury early in the year. Cade Horton, a fractured rib at the end of the regular season. Putting together a terrific year in his rookie campaign, but he's unavailable. Which is likely what led to the Cubs trying to roll the dice here and going with Matthew Boyd. Just 2/3 of an inning, the shortest outing for a Cubs player in the postseason as a starter in many years. Lauren, you have more on Cade Horton as the bases are now loaded?
I do. Craig Counsell said earlier that he's not going to be available for this DS series. They said they haven't really pushed him that hard. They're not testing him. They're focusing on just getting his health back up to 100%. And then they'll push him maybe towards the end of next week, hoping to get him back if they advance to the CS.
We'll see if they get there. Craig Counsell serenaded with boos, and the Brewers fans cheer another pitching exit for Chicago. We'll be right back.
Savali, the third pitcher the Cubs have used. The Cubs 4 games in. Now the caveat is here they used an opener, Kittredge, in one of the games in the wild card. 4 starters, 10 innings so far in the postseason.
Savali's bounced around. He's had injury trouble throughout his career. Traded, waived, picked up by the Cubs. And he deals a strike to Jackson Chourio, his 3rd at bat, and we're only in the 2nd inning. And what could turn into a rout here, if it isn't already?
Well, I promise you one thing. If he gets another hit here, he'll make another historical record, right?
Fouls this one back.
Chourio steps a little bit in the bucket, but he also has tremendous power when he's got it working to right center field.
Borderline pitch. Savali doesn't get the call. Chourio knows how to string them together. He had a 20-game hit streak earlier this summer. Two from Savali, and Chourio grounds one to third. Diving stop by Shaw. His throw not in time. Another run comes home.
What a play by Shaw. Not only to get to it, but to make a play on it. But just couldn't get enough air on that ball. And the 3 hops, not enough to get Chourio with his speed. Up and down this lineup for the Brewers, tremendous speed. And now they're checking on Chourio to make sure that he has not hurt himself in that sprint down the first base line. hanging his head. You mentioned he had the hamstring strain, right? Hopefully he didn't re-injure that for Brewers fans.
Scott Behringer is the lead athletic trainer for the Milwaukee Brewers. Pat Murphy in that conversation as well. Take a look.
Kind of landed awkward in the bag. Usually when you hurt a hamstring or quad, you reach down for it as soon as it gives you pain. But he did not. But he's coming out of the game.
Well, he makes history, the first player in big league history with 3 hits in the first 2 innings of a postseason game. We'll head to the showers early with an apparent injury. Chourio has driven in 3 out of the Milwaukee 9. Turang takes low and in.
See that sign? It's the sign of a guy who knows that he hurt something pretty severe.
Base is still loaded here, and how big of an impact might that be for Milwaukee over the course of this series? Isaac Collins will pinch run for him.
Hi.
Remember, Chourio missed most of August with a hamstring injury, 28 games in all. Open question as to whether he was 100% when he came back. He hit just 200 in the month of September. And now he is unavailable for the rest of this game as Collins replaces him.
We're talking about Turang's maturation this season. 10 home runs he hit in the month of August. Brewers hit 45 in that month, their best.
Strikeout of Turang ends the inning. But 9 more men come to the plate. And Milwaukee has stretched the lead.